Quinn and Cantera.
It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
So we're going to talk contact tracing. And before we talk about it, you want to explain to me what exactly that is?
Yeah, so a lot of misconceptions around that. Contact tracing has been around a really long time and used in other viruses that we've had, but people don't like it. They don't like the sound of it. In essence, we've got folks who've got COVID-19 who tend not to be the folks who are confirmed cases that are spreading the disease. It tends to be people who are asymptomatic. So you get confirmed with the disease. They then say, okay, Mr. Quinn, where have you been? Who have you talked to?
Probably Cantera is a better example.
Cell phone. Okay, that probably wasn't.
Because he's going to infect the whole village over there without realizing it.
So they're going to...
And then they contact everybody you came in contact with.
They're going to contact them.
Yeah, so that's the plan, is that if they can break what they call the web transmission, okay, when you take infected people and their contacts are isolated, that's what stops they believe, that stops the spreading of this disease, this virus, not just waiting until people confirm.
And the manpower is what Bloomberg's talking about.
That's why Bloomberg's...
And software and stuff.
But as far as privacy, like I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to tell you that woman... where I met my mistress and where I bought my drugs, I'm going to have to tell someone that?
You don't have to call her mistress, right? You could just say she was a business associate.
But isn't that the argument? Like, I'm going to have to give up some of my privacy here?
Yeah, the ACLU says that this is an invasion of privacy, but constitutionally this has been tested, and they're saying, no, we can do this in times of pandemic. The one issue in Rhode Island that really sparked a lot of debate, they talked about going through people's mobile data, meaning tracking. Okay, so we're going to get your mobile phone and see where you've been all day, because you may not remember, or you may not want to come clean with your activity that day. So that's really what's stirring up the pot.
Google's got everything, you guys, including down to video.
They even know, they know in the past 10 days, America has moved and come in more contact just from cell phone service.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So will there be recourse, or will we just have to tough this out?
I mean, I think I'm okay with it.
The alternative is you're risking yours or someone else's life.
Yeah, when you look at it, and I think it's going to be just the folks, certain amount of people are not going to cooperate, right? You're going to call them up and they're just going to hang up. They're not going to want to talk just because they're not going to believe the phone call. It's going to feel like maybe it's a scam. They're not going to be aware what contact tracing is. But sure, it really is a way that if I knew that I was around someone who was infected, and I could just lay low for a while. I don't have to lock down for 14. But all of a sudden I got a little fever that night, as opposed to just blowing it off. Well, I'm just tired. I'll stay in.
Why can't we just take the last 4 digits of everybody's Social Security number, and that will be the identifier for the tracing, and then everybody else's last 4 digits will be the tracing. And that way the names and specifics aren't out there. I wonder if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, the more anonymity there is, the better, because people are, again, reluctant to kind of give names. Nobody wants to be the one who provides that information, because the phone call is coming to the people you were just with. And there's a sense, too, that, again, one, you blew them in, so to speak, even though that's kind of nonsensical, but two, that you are... you're infected. So now everyone who just the word's out, you've got this infection. And although important to people still think there's a stigma around identifying themselves as that.
We talked to a guy on a cruise who he had it. His wife didn't, but she still lost her job and was kind of like virus shamed. Yeah. Just real quickly, Paul, you think we'll come to a point where people will actually be fined for not wearing a mask?
I sure hope not. I don't think so. Other states, we're the closest. Our state is the one that has that mandate. The other states don't have it. In Vermont, for example, they say about 70% of people are wearing them, and there's probably some discussion when you see people without it, but it's not mandatory. A fine for not wearing it, boy, I don't think so. I think it's just going to be, hopefully, common sense will prevail.
We didn't have the signs either for quite some time until we started seeing bodies by the thousands, the highway signs.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm seeing this this evolve into the rest part of the country, and hopefully they'll react like we did out here.
Well, good stuff this morning, Paul. We always appreciate the time.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Absolutely. Talk soon.
All right, Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com.